Hey, welcome back to another video. I don't know if you guys knew this, but over a year ago, I made a video reviewing my 3 favorite gun mods. I think that was like in 2022. So it's gonna be like my end of 2023 review, but in reality, it's when I'm recording this, it's like January 18th, 19th. But third place is actually made from the same people who've made the first place one last time, but it's not the same mod. It is 2067, I believe it's called, which adds a total of 12 guns. Some are from the first place mod from that video, except they added a couple new ones. I don't remember them all, but I'll bring up the ones I do know that are new. There you go. It's these three, which is a 9-shot revolver, which is pretty cool. A double-barrel shotgun, one of my favorite weapons of all time, and an RPK. So these are like futuristic versions of them. So, and also just starting, only one of the mods from the last video actually made into this one. I'm not going to say which one though, but eventually you guys will find out. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, I couldn't find one, so you won't be able to find it there, but it is called, I think, just 2067. So, why the other mod didn't make it this one is, there's more guns in it, correct? But this one doesn't have the really stupid get to put in your offhand. This can reload anywhere. Leaves the shells out, and you can reload at all times. You don't need a empty weapon, and you can weapon bash. So those are just the guns. Then this armor, it removed some armor from the last one, but it adds 2 items of armor that is actually really cool. A night vision goggle, which works, by the way. And that's pretty cool. And a gas mask, which I'll show you what that does in a little bit. Melee weapons, again, they decrease that, unfortunately, but you get 2 pretty solid ones. A steel bat and a combat knife, which is pretty neat, with melee animations, obviously. Grenades, they've doubled, if I'm correct. So if I remember correctly, there was an HE grenade, a smoke grenade, and a flashbang. Oh, and there's a stim. They removed the med. So the HE does the exact same thing as before. Same with the flash and the smoke. I forgot the flashbang completely behind you. But you just heard the smoke grenade go off, and there it is. So you know it does what smoke grenades normally do in video games. And then there's the stim, which works very similarly to the last one. Gives speed and healing. And then the 2 new ones. A fire grenade, which, you know, that's cool. It's like a Molotov cocktail, except one thing I'm sad about is, okay, so really cool particles. No burning effect. Like, that would have been perfect for this. And then the gas grenade, which is where the gas mask comes in, where if you run in it, it doesn't give you effect to spam you over time, but run the gas mask, and you're completely immune to it. So, you know, that's pretty cool. Attachments. This add-on added attachments for certain guns. I don't think I have one that would work on my inventory. Let's try it out. So how it works is you hold a gun, and then you put the attachment in your offhand. So here it goes. This is like an ACOG. We have one of these, which doesn't work, nor does the sniper scope, nor does that. Okay, so can I put a silencer? I can put a silencer, which changes the firing sound to a silenced weapon, which is cool. And then a vertical grip, which I'm assuming just reduces recoil, but there isn't much recoil to begin with, so. Also, you can just bash players, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and then finally spawn eggs. There are none. They don't have any, like, dummies or vehicles or anything, which, you know, could have been cool, but, you know, it's alright. They've improved a lot, so if they saw my last video, which I really hope they didn't, shit, but they've added one of my favorite weapons of all time, my favorite sort of pistol, and they added an LMG of sorts. So, and attachments, which is amazing. They improved grenades, melee weapons. They kind of kept it the same, which I'm pretty happy with. And armor, I'm in like the middle about, due to the fact that, well, so they removed all the cool looking armor, but they gave useful armor, not just reskinned diamond armor practically. So, I will give them that. They did a good job. So those are the reasons why this is in third place. Oh, and also crosshair, which is always cool. Always helpful when you're trying to aim, and also react sort of with the guns. So yeah, off to second place. Okay, second place is second place of the last video, Morningstar Defense. Why would I put it back in if it was second place and first place didn't make it? They fixed the guns. They fixed it, which I feel like I think they fixed it a long time ago, and I was just blind, but they fixed it. You can, I think, get it now on like MCPDDL, which is the website. I could be wrong. So the interesting thing about this mod is that it's actually more centered on like factions and stuff. So there are two factions in this: the USSR style weapons and the American style weapons. Now I'm saying style because some guns might not have came from America or the USSR, but a better way to put it is like wood weapons and full metal weapons. So I'll grab some of my favorite weapons from each. So the Russians, that's about that. It ain't much, unfortunately. The Americans have some interesting guns, I will give them that. There you go, so I just picked 3 from each, I guess. So the DP-27 Russian LMG. You cannot, unlike the 2067, you cannot reload whenever. You have to have an empty magazine, which, to be honest, I'm okay with, because these are much better looking weapons. The Mosin Nagant that I did not pronounce correctly in my last video. The Fedorov Tomat, I butchered that up. Full auto, pretty cool. Shotgun, which I think is actually an Italian semi-automatic, but I could be wrong. M1911 classic pistol from America, and the MG3. Something I really like about this is, one second, let me just go through the belt. Okay, I stopped a little bit too late, but you can see that the chain actually ends when you run lower on ammunition. So right now the chain is complete. Oh, that's because I emptied it. But yeah, so that's always really cool. And then the reload animation, it's the exact, this is how it worked beforehand. So why is this above the armor? They have not too good on armor. I will not be mentioning that, but they do have an empty magazine, which is cool. So they have these armors, which I don't personally believe deserves like much praise. To be honest, it's basic armor. Melee weapons, no melee weapons at all. That is very important. Grenades. There were no actual grenades, but there was a grenade launcher. Technically this is an RPG, which is a grenade launcher, but it is a reusable grenade practically, which I really like. Attachments, it has no attachments. That is also unfortunate. Another good thing they're really good at, vehicles. This mod has vehicles, and so let's see here. Similar to the last video, they still have the ID, which can be defused, or it can be, I think, detonated. Because I don't think I actually showed that in my last video, so let's see if I can now. I guess cool. And then it blows up, leaving a crater. Okay, neat. What else is there? So there's the speedboat, which doesn't work well on land, so I'll just show you, I'll just place it down. Looks pretty nice. You know, for a boat, it's not bad. There's a Land Rover M939 truck and a Humvee. This truck, I think it's, again, haven't played much with it, but I think it's meant for mass player transportation. Land Rover looks more like a smaller, and then Humvee looks like armor, practically. I don't have much mentions about them. This is the less cool part of the mod. Still really cool that they have it. Okay, there's that. There's the flags, red and blue, in case you want to make a, for example, USSR versus America, practically reenact the Civil War, both a lot more death. Okay, and then finally, vehicles with weapons. Let's see here. Never actually tried the planes out, so let's just throw these all willy-nilly in there. Throw that in there, that there. Okay. So, unfortunately, the BTR-80, I'm assuming that's how you say it, I cannot show you firing the gun due to the fact that I don't have another friend or another account at the moment. But that would be cool. Maybe if I do get one, I'll maybe make a short about that on my channel. You know, that's neat. Then there's the F4 Phantom and the MiG-29, or 21, not 29, sorry. Okay. In my last video, I just showed you guys flying it around, but this time I'm actually hoping I could fire off some weapons. But you're gonna have to not talk much while I'm firing them due to the fact that they're loud. So there we go. Okay, we have liftoff. Again, joystick moves around, same as all the other stuff. Let's go straight up again while I go into third person. Okay, so there are How does this work? The bombs you probably have to get off into the air to... Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, that's cool. It actually fired off one... Oh, wait. Yeah, it actually fired off one of the missiles. Okay, so you can actually see that. That is cool. Okay, well, is that the MiG-21 is practically the same. And that is second place. I will be putting... I believe they have a channel. If they do, I will be putting in the description. And now off to first place. And this is first place, what is, in my opinion, the best mod ever. Now, this is not the most updated version, so I'm only going to be showing you what the free version has, which is 1.7, which is the highest it goes, but now I think it's on like 2.1 right now. And I'll be trying my best to explain what they have in those guns. So for guns, they have a decent amount of guns. One thing I like about this mod is it has ammo sharing. So, for example, the Remington can share ammo with the Kittery, not exactly sure how to say it, but this is practically double-barrel shotgun. So, you know, that is cool. You know, the reload animations are nice. It has a... One thing I like about this mod is, well, on top of it leaving shells behind wherever you fire, but, they made it so it looks like it would work sort of in Minecraft. They obviously didn't, it obviously would look outside of what Minecraft goes for, but it doesn't look super realistic like the others. It's all blocky, which I like. The Remington, which is my second favorite weapon, third at least. Really good. Reloading as well is pretty cool. You can also do inspects, like you can look at it, which is amazing. So, you know, that, this is the Desert Eagle, with both its regular and golden variation. It also has a netherite variation, which I can't remember, I think it came out in the most recent update from January 19th, but, you know, then there's also the, you know, the AK-47, golden AK-47. Buff with the golden gun. This, whenever you get kills with headshots, they drop gold, which, you know, is pretty neat. The Golden Eagle, in my opinion, is much better for this due to the fact that one-shot headshots, instead of you having to shoot at them forever, and also the Deagle shares it's cheap ammo with the golden Desert Eagle, when the golden AK requires gold to make its magazines instead of the normal AK. Another cool thing with this mod is it's 100% survival friendly. The other mods, there are ways to get it in survival, but this has, like, you can craft all the ammo, or you can buy it off of the armorer villager, and then you could buy all the guns off the armorer villager. So, it's pretty neat. Sound pretty good. The shells eject really well, too. Reload animations are solid. So, leave the golden AK. Okay, so I'm just going to look at the rest right now. One thing that okay, so AWM. I'm a huge fan of the AWP, and the AWM is kind of the AWP. I forgot what the difference is. You're supposed to have your, FOV can be altered by gameplay. You should keep that off, because when aiming in with this on the version that I play on right now, it is sickening to try to hit anyone. Then there's the reload. You can keep the extra around the chamber, which is always amazing realism. Okay, now, one of my favorite parts of this mod, the M1 Garand. In my last episode about this, I complained that the Ansari's gun mod had the wonkiest looking M1 Garand ever. Scope, detachable magazines. It was practically an M1 carbine. This is an M1 Garand. And what I love the most about it, listen. There's a small ping, which the other one did not have. This is the perfect M1 Garand. I don't care that you can't aim that well now. It is amazing. If Radium is watching this, good job. You did something that I have not seen in Minecraft before, which is a good M1 Garand. Now, I probably missed a mod. I already had one beforehand. M4A1. Looks blocky, because I think this was the first thing that they made. The first thing that they made, and they didn't spend much time on it. But, it's decent. It works. I think they're working on a new model for it right now. The RA MX 115. Laser rifle. Which, it's pretty good, actually. And then a very fun one, the M79, which is always fun to use. And destroys blocks, like the RPG from Warning Defense. So, that's always cool, so. Okay, then there's the next load, which is the meat grinder, which is practically if you ripped off the minigun from the A10 Warthog and put it in a player's hand, and you can use an elytra and fly around with this, and it feels amazing. That with one of the weapons I'm going to show you, or the M79, is amazing, and you're practically an A10 Warthog. It is crazy fun. And I would recommend that if you play on this with a server of friends. So yeah, this is my second favorite weapon, I would say. Then there's the P90, for anyone who likes SCP stuff. It's mediocre. I'm not a huge fan of it. It is remarkable though due to the flat mag. The P250 compact. It's the starting pistol. Not bad, but absolutely amazing still. It's decent for what it is. Semi-auto. Actual semi-auto, not just fake semi-auto that a lot of gun mods do because they know the players are lazy. The MP5, I like the MP5. It is cool. Makes me think of, Counter-Strike for some reason. Even though they don't normally use, AKs. And then, favorite weapon in the entire mod, the Thunder Gun from Call of Duty with zombies. Shoots through solid blocks, one shot, and you cannot reload until the magazine, or the clip, I guess, the disc is empty. So that is always cool. This is my favorite gun. They did an amazing job. Okay, that's the guns. Armor, there's no armor, which is unfortunate. Melee, there is no melee, which is unfortunate, or that I'm aware of. Could have missed some. Grenades, they have the basic grenade, and they have the M79, which I guess could be counted as the same. You actually see a number of how much time is left until you get for the fuse, which is really cool. There we go. And in the next update, they're adding something which will actually lead on to the next thing, which is attachments. There are no attachments in this version, but I think if you pay like $3 on their Patreon or something, you can download the newest version, which has an M203 attachment, multiple sight attachments, including the M4's ACOG, I think also some scopes. It hasn't been implemented to all the weapons yet, but it's implemented to the M4, I believe. I could be wrong, though. I know it's implemented for the M16, which is one weapon that they're going to have, which is a 3-round burst AR. Really cool. And I think the AWP as well can change sights, but they also have night vision goggles in that version. So if you have a spare $3, I feel like that would 100% be worth it. Spawn eggs. Okay, so they've been lacking in this. I'm gonna be like in armor and melee. They've been lacking in that. I will give them that. Like night vision goggles. I'm assuming that's it. Grenades. Well, there's like 10 different shells for the M79 in the newest version, which can be put in the M203. So I wouldn't say they're lacking. They have good variation. Attachments. They have good variation. Melee weapons. I don't think there's a single one yet, which is unfortunate. But who knows? They're still working on it right now. And then the spawn eggs. So let's start off with these. So why do I have spawn eggs? You may be asking. Well, one cool thing with this mod is it also doubles as a zombie apocalypse mod. So head, like spine, target, limb. So you might be like, oh, cool, so like decoration blocks in case you want to make a fan-made map. You could, or let's take the zombie spawn egg and show you the coolest thing I've seen in Minecraft modding. I'm on peaceful right now, so you won't attack me. Realistic zombie damage. You can blow off limbs. If I... Okay, it's easy to do with the shotgun, I think. Shotgun, yeah. There we go. You can blow off its arm. You can blow a hole through its stomach, and as you saw it flop down, and as you can see, there's his arm. And I don't know if I'll be able to get this to happen, but let's try. Okay, you have to, I think you need blocks. 1 second. Okay, let's try this now. I need to shoot him in the chest, don't I? There it is. He hits the wall and falls over, so he recognized that there's a wall there. And I think there's like another one where he like sits against the wall, which, you know, is really cool. So, very realistic zombies. I think there's also like a way to tame them. Second, I'm gonna give myself some TNT, which I forgot to do during the setup because I'm an idiot. There you go. Another cool thing that you can do. Suicide zombies. So, how would they work? They're normal zombies, except when they get shot in the chest, they blow up, which is cool. So let's say, for example, you have a suicide zombie in a crash. Boom, one was zombie problem. And the problem is, oh well, what if you don't want to? What if you're like using a shotgun and then a suicide zombie runs up to you? You can't run away from it. I think you can shoot him in the head. Yeah, you could just shoot him in the head. Oh, and I got the thing dancing. Cool. So yeah, it's the thing dancing. And then you see the vest hasn't blown up yet, so that's pretty cool. And then another thing you can do, I don't know if I can do it on peaceful, but it's practically blow their head off, and they slowly bleed out while they're still trying to kill you, which is amazing. So yeah, and that's not all. They still have more surprises. So they have targets, which I think every gun mod should have, by the way. You know, doesn't matter where you hit. Aim. There you go. You can knock them over, and then I think they eventually come back up. Or not, oh well. Then there's one last thing. The detonator. Now, you remember when I was blowing zombies sky high with my shotgun? What if you don't want to do that? What if you just want to do this, do that, and boom. You could also place it down here, so let's clip some and then as you can see, you can make quite a mess, and also as you can see, they also leave behind body parts. Isn't that cool? And again, if you've been paying attention, I know I've been saying this a million times. Blood. Oh, and I got the bleeding out zombie. Holy crud! Look at that. And then leave blood stains, which eventually disappear along with the bodies. So, unless you spawn the body parts in using spawn eggs, again, they have thought of practically everything. And then one of my favorite parts of this mod as well, or a pretty cool part of this mod anyway, weapon displays. In case you want to display your guns that you've collected. Which also can be removed, so it isn't permanent. You know, I am amazed, and they have such a huge variation. Like, I was using the netherite display, but there's every wood type, including practically every metal, and like what, there's all metals, all three metals, emeralds, diamonds, redstone, netherite, and there's also glow weapon item, like display. So, yeah, this adds a lot, and also retextures chests, in case you haven't realized somehow. So yeah, this is definitely one of the cooler mods. And let's say oh, I entirely forgot about that. Yeah, another cool part is whenever you drop weapons, usually most mods drop them as like how they look at in item form. This one drops it in full size, which, you know, the M1 Grand, that's pretty neat. But then there's the meat grinder, which has like a rare weapon symbol, which is pretty cool. Then there's the wonder weapons, which look even cooler. And then I think, if I'm correct, yep, you can destroy it with a thunder gun, which I always love. So yeah, and on top of that, if I'm correct, the creators are working on a Call of Duty Zombies inspired map using this mod. And they also have another project that they're working on that is, if I'm correct, a decorations mod, which is pretty cool. But yeah, if I just go into creative real quick, I'm going to show you how many different types of stuff there is. Creative. All of this is just to craft the ammo. Everything from here to here is just to craft the bullets. Yeah, it's always cool. What else is there? Oh yeah, there's radium blocks, which is just a light source that you can get from radium, which is a rare zombie drop, like modded zombie. And then, if I'm correct, there's also something that they added called cobble. Okay, which is building blocks. So on top, so just by downloading this, you also got some pretty neat building blocks. Putting on a texture pack, or not a texture pack, but maybe like a resource pack or shaders even. Mixing that with this is already great. But if you decide you want more, you can download their other mod, which I think you do have to pay the Patreon stuff. Again, I could be completely wrong. I know they have a YouTube channel because I actively watch it. I'm going to be putting in the description, if I remember, because I'm an idiot. But yeah, that's about it. They've been adding some pretty cool stuff as well, so I just And also this, that cool sound effect. So yeah, I guess that's going to be the end of this episode. Again, working on a video for another game, which I'm hoping to post actually soon. So yeah, I guess I'll be seeing you guys in the next one, and goodbye.